good tonight, aren't we, people? Come on! We have a fabulous show in store for you tonight. They might be beautiful, but they are beasts in the ballroom. Kelvin and Oti will be here. Strictly's Italian Stallion #1. Oh, yeah, Giovanni will take on the Pro Challenge. I missed him. And couldn't do a Wednesday without him. No, seriously, I'm contractually obliged. The masterful Ian Waite is in the building. But time now to meet our first guest. They wowed everyone with their American Smooth at the weekend. It's the gastonishing Kelvin and Oti. It's all right.
You get the character absolutely right. You get the storytelling absolutely right.
It was beautiful. It looked very elegant.
You were absolutely spot on with your timing. You are fantastic.
Oh, that was just splendiferous. I haven't stopped singing that song since Saturday, by the way, can I say. It's getting a bit annoying now. Don't take this the wrong way, but Craig said that you were totally in love with yourself out on the floor, which is exactly what you needed to be to play Gaston. Were you in love with the performance, Kelvin? Were you pleased with how it went?
I was really pleased how it went, yeah. It was he's such a great character, Gaston, you know,
yeah.
And he's one of those characters that is so self-indulgent, so self-obsessed, but yet he's still quite endearing as well. And so it was really good fun to play. And yeah. I was kind of like a mini Gaston as well, because obviously I'd met Luke Evans beforehand. And
I know, look at you hanging out with Hollywood elites. Things have changed around here.
No.
Yeah, can I just say, look, there he is. Look, lovely Luke Evans. And he really the tips that he gave you, I could see that really helped actor to actor there, you know.
Absolutely, as someone I really admire, and so to even meet him, I was just like, oh, really?
We're like that when he comes in. Oh, we're like, Kelvin. Yeah.
But it was great to get some advice off him, and there was some little touches there, some little tips that he gave, and that really helped bring the character out. And it's it was a really enjoyable performance.
Oti, he smashed it out the park. You must have been so chuffed with him.
I was so proud. I feel like at the beginning of the week, the whole thing just felt like it was coming together. We had done Viennese Waltz before, and then now it was just to prove that his top line was better. He was getting better. He's now a ballroom boy. And I love that. So I feel like that was the opportunity to kind of be like, yes, Kelvin, come on, this is the time to dance. This is the moment.
I know. Look at that in the quarterfinal. So many messages, of course, unsurprisingly, viewers at home were lapping up the routine. But it wasn't just the dancing that caught people's attention. Caitlin wrote, I'm sorry, I didn't take in any of Kelvin's dance. I was too busy cackling at the Gaston wig and pompadour. LMAO. Are you missing flicking that weave? You did it so beautifully, darling.
That was the best part of the dance, you know. I just couldn't wait to, because obviously in rehearsals I was giving it one of those, but when I had an actual ponytail, I just couldn't wait to give it a flick.
It's so, I love it, hair toss. This is you being made up. This is the whole process from beginning to end. How long did that take?
It wasn't too long, actually. I think it was about 20 minutes, maybe. So
is that all it takes?
I was hoping I'd have, like, one of Oti's calls, which is like a 2-hour makeup call.
No. This takes a lot.
I know. That takes a lot. This is 4.5 hours. I'll tell you what, this is all taped up at the back. Some fans were a bit worried about the concept. Matthew Rimmer posted, an American Smooth to Gaston from Beauty and the Beast doesn't sound like it would work on paper. But frankly, Kelvin and Oti could dance to the phone book being read and they would make it work. Hurrah! Thank you very much, Mr. Rimmer. Now, what was your favourite part to choreograph, Oti, out of that? There was some great work there.
The whole thing, I think when I choreograph it's mainly based around him and his personality and how to make this whole production make him look good. Because sometimes when you have background dancers, it just can get too much on screen. And so to be able to tell a story with incredible dancers, and those dancers were amazing. I think I loved the table bit. I looked crazy when I was doing the table bit because I was talking to myself. I'm like, and you hit your friends and you're busy, and no one was there. But that's the part I loved. And then the fact that we were dancing on the table and they were doing the whole combination, and it
came together like a dream. We actually did observe you in the training room, looking slightly demented, Oti, I will admit. Here you are working on your some singers. This is it, the jug work, and Goes like this. Let me do that.
Friends.
And up there. Hey! Somebody take her away. This all takes so much work. Yeah. A second week in a row that we have noticed cup-related dancing. Is this going to be a theme? Is this going to carry on?
It's the only time I get to have a cup of tea.
It is, isn't it?
Because I don't get that in rehearsals.
She doesn't let you eat either. You've got so much work to do. OK, back to the nailing the technique as well. Just incredible. He's really smashing it now.
Yeah, he is. But I think at this part of the competition, we're now trying to see dancers. We're trying to see people enjoy themselves. And we were speaking about it today. It's really about enjoying these few weeks left and showing that through your performance. We're trying to go for the top line and the right speed, but it's the time to have fun. It's really the time to have fun.
Are you taking in every moment? There's only 2 weeks left, Kelvin.
I'm trying to. It feels surreal that, you know, I just keep thinking back. I've been trying to reflect quite a bit this week because, you know, there's every chance this weekend will be my last dance, and I've kind of treated it like that every week so far, but I've come so far, and from getting the phone call originally to, you know, do you want to be on the show?
Quick, please, help us, sir. Look what's happened.
To where it's at now, it's just been a role. I've never experienced anything like this in my life, and it's been tough, it's been amazing, it's been unforgettable and something that I'll never, ever forget.
And it ain't over yet. 2 dances this week. A quick step to this.
That's why the lady...
Yes! It's old school. I love it, I love it, I love it. How are you finding the quick step this week?
We've had a really tough day today. It's been,
bad day.
It's been really tough today.
Yeah.
Just the thought of doing 2 dances in a week. It takes me so long to learn a dance. You know, normally by Thursday, I'm still only just kind of finishing the dance, and I've had 2 dances to do now. So we've not really done the passo. It's just been most of the quick step, and it has been really tough. I'm just praying and hoping that it's going to be enough on Saturday.
You don't need to sleep. That's the great thing. You can sleep at Christmas time. You can be like, Daddy, sorry, he's got to have a nap. But this is looking good, though. I don't, you know. Yeah. I think you're being really hard on yourself, Kelvin. I think you're so much better than you even realise. I think that's the amazing thing about you. Paso Doble, which you haven't had a chance to do loads of work on, but you are dancing to this stomper. Come on. Oti, if you describe this song, this dance routine in the medium of sound, what would you tell us?
We're like,
I love how you do that. Look at that, mesmerised. How does it compare to the quick step? I mean, obviously, it's a totally different mood, isn't it? Totally different posture.
It's completely different. I think with the paso, it's really about creating the atmosphere, getting the shapes right, taking your time, making it clear to see who's the man, who's the woman, who's the dominant one, who's not so dominant, and who wins. It's about telling your story.
You're the dominant one. So.
Well, we know that. Like in the dance, I can't be. I have to pretend that I'm not. But so it's really about creating that, and it's completely different to the quick step because quick step is so happy, it's so bubbly, it's really a celebration where it's set in the Ritz, the hotel, so it's all really classy.
You've got total different moods. 2 great dances for the semi-finals. Keep the faith, Kelvin. You are quite incredible. Kelvin and Oti, good luck. We'll see. Good luck. And give my love to your dad, Warren. He was amazing on fighting.
He's been asking about you.
Oh, we love him. We love him anytime. He's a wonder. I think it's clear that these 2 have been working very hard for the semi-finals. Let's take a look at how Chris and Karim are getting on as they rehearse their first dances.
Today has been a very spinny day. I've been dizzy for most of the day, but it's a fun little dance.
Oh my God, I'm so dizzy. I've never been so dizzy in my life.
It's a flowy dance. The frame, the footwork, the travelling around.
I've never seen anyone teach something so quick in my entire life. She really went for it today, to the point of where I think she had a nosebleed at one point.
Step, cross, step, back, step. There is no time to waste. I am on a mission. Let's go!
Let's go and get a kebab.
The American Smooth is a really warm style of dance for Karim and I.
It's soft, it's cute. It makes me feel a bit more peaceful.
He's picked up the steps really quick, but now we need to add the frame, the footwork. We need to make sure it's smooth. It is called the American Smooth. Your head is doing the most peculiar things I've ever seen.
The judges will be looking at the lot, from technique to personality to character.
All that felt lovely, didn't it?
Looking so good. It's time to bring in an expert. I can only think of one man built for the job.
Who's that?
He's very tall. It's Ian, everyone.
Yeah!
I love that. You can tell you've been doing panto. How's it going? Are you loving it?
Yes, stressful, but it's good. I'm loving it.
You're not.
Oh, yes, I am.
We have, so our couples, 4 couples, 2 dances. They are exhausted. They're training so hard. We have much to crack on with. Karim and Amy, first of all, first 40 of the season. Well done, Karim. First dance for them, Argentine tango. How is it going for Karim?
Well, again, it's an unusual dance because it's different than our ballroom and Latin dances, so it'll be a technique which he's not really used to. It's very fast. I love the passion that he's put in there. He did the lovely slide on the floor.
Nice slide.
In with her. I particularly like... Hold on one second.
There she is! There she is.
I particularly like this assisted sort of ronde that they do. I love that, and it creates lots of atmosphere, and it shows that displacement of weight, which you have to have in the Argentine tango. Brilliant. It's going to be a great dance for them.
Good.
Excited.
It's an exciting start.
And I believe Vincent Simone is helping them.
Oh, we see. And he is the best, after all. Chris and Karen are slowing things down. They have a rumba.
That's right.
OK, God, he's really had to embrace all the different characters of these dances. How's he getting on with the slower?
Well, Zoe, it's such a difficult dance to do for the men because it's that using that figure 8 hip action and being smooth but with having straight legs at the same time. And unfortunately, he's got the straight legs but not the smoothness and rotation of the hips. I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him lower into that hip action so that he can get a bit more rotation.
Demonstrate. If Chris is
settling. Pushing down the shoulder blades, pushing down the shoulder blades so it gets a bit more.
Remember, he needs to look a bit more earthy. He's been doing that for about 40 years. Chris
it's such a difficult technique to do.
Yeah,
it really is.
Come on, Chris. Emma and Anton, first dance for them, cha-cha-cha. How's it cooking, good looking?
Well, a little bit of jazz sort of looking at the beginning here, but it's a very difficult dance to do. As you know, in the semi-final, it went all pear-shaped for you in the semi-final.
You just wouldn't let it lie. 14 years ago,
I'm just mentioning it because obviously it's you know, it's a comparison. But what I'm saying here, so we have. I just wanted to compare the checks, you see, because as you can see, Anton's got a little bit more weight pushed into that knee, so he's got the heel off, and she needs to get her heel, and she needs to turn out the front foot on the checks in the cha-cha.
But these are tiny details, Emma, keep it up. She's just doing so brilliantly. OK, Kelvin and Oti, we've just been talking to them. Quick step. Are you pleased with Kelvin's progress on this dance so far?
This is Monday's training, I believe. It's very complicated foot patterns and choreography. So there's and with quick step, there's twice as much choreography to learn in such a short space of time.
Don't panic him.
You've given yourselves a lot of but it's already looking great on Monday's footage. Ronde's a little bit high.
Lower the ronde. Lower the ronde.
Just a little bit.
These are just little tips. They'll make all the difference. Let's talk about second dances. Karim and Amy, American smooth, smooth, I like to call it. How smooth is this little operator?
Very, very smooth, I will say, with a lovely flower in a vase.
In the bath?
Bath.
Don't put it
flower
in
a vase position.
Foolish.
And he's managing to maintain that hold and also have a lot of lovely sway and contra-body movement position. Here you can see his lovely shaping as he steps outside his girl. CBMP, it's called.
Oh, I know. I get it confused with all the other CB business. Right, Chris and Karen also doing a Viennese waltz to Queen, Somebody to Love. Are you finding things to love with this little number?
Unfortunately, he needs to have a much stronger core in this Viennese waltz. It's a little bit, and he looks very back-weighted and stiff.
OK, give him some tips. Give him some help.
Well, I would say, first of all, he's got to get those elbows up and forward because they're kind of dropped and behind his body.
Agreeing with you
get them up and forward so that you're creating this circular sort of feeling. And you've got to drive from the back and rotate.
Drive and rotate. Just demonstrate that across the floor.
Drive and rotate.
Drive and rotate.
Drive and rotate.
He does that. Beautiful. Chris, keep the faith. OK, back to Emma and Anton. Last girl in the competition. Come on, Barton. Doing a waltz. Lively tonight. Thoughts on the waltz? How's it looking, Danny?
Yes, it's looking lovely, but very basic. I don't know whether he's just teaching her the basic moves of the waltz, just to teach her what it's like. She does a beautiful spin turn with the correct footwork, but then comes out with a toe lead, which is, it shouldn't be on a one. You should always do a heel lead on your waltz. I'd like to, another one, I'd like to see her...
Down.
I'd like to see her lower on the one a little bit more so that she gets a little bit more distance. And look, she's got straight legs.
Lower on the one. Their minds at the moment must just be full of so many dances. And last but not least, Kelvin and Oti also doing a paso doble. They've kind of walked through it. He hasn't had a lot of time to work on it yet. How's it looking to you, sir?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fantastic dance for them.
Come on, Kelvin.
He's got the strength, the power.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, sometimes when he's walking away on the solos, he's using his hips a bit much. No hips. Keep the hips up and forward.
Show us.
Keep your hips up and forward as you walk around.
Matador.
Okay?
Walk.
It's not mince.
Yeah, okay. Quite rich coming from Ian. Going into the semi-finals.
Can I just say they're all so amazing at the moment.
Are so good.
I just want to say congratulations. Well done. Well done to get this far.
Who gets your gold star from what you've seen so far?
And not just because you're here this week, but Kelvin.
Keep going. All of them, brilliant. What a man.
I think it's going to be good.
What a man. What a mighty, mighty good man. Ian Waits. Okay, honey. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Ready?
Okay.
And cue it. Let's check in now with the gorgeous Aliash as he explores the wonderful world of Irish dancing. Hey! Is this it?
As a professional dancer on Strictly, I spend most of my time doing ballroom and Latin. Tonight, I'm going to go try something completely new, Irish dancing. Irish dancing is a massive part of Ireland's culture. The dance steps are characterized by stiff upper body, rapid leg movements, and quick, precise foot movement. It is believed to have evolved over 2,000 years ago from dances that were performed by Celtic druids in celebration of oak trees and the sun. I'm here to meet Katie to teach me a thing or two about Irish dancing. I can't wait to give it a go. Hello everyone, this looks so difficult.
Hi, welcome to our Irish dancing class.
Thank you for having me. This looks amazing.
Do you want to give it a go?
Can I?
Absolutely. First, you've got to look the part.
I get a costume? That's amazing. This is a lot of sequence, which is kind of what I'm used to, really.
Okay, we're going to start with the first step. So we call this treble. So we're going to have Danielle to come out and demonstrate that. 1, 2, 3, go. Stamp, treble back, out, in, up.
Oh, very good.
So let's break that down.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Oh, that was very good.
First step, we're going to go with the stamp, bang. So let's, don't worry about the twist. Let's do just a stamp and then go and push, pull, hop back. So this is called a treble. Treble. 1, 2, 3, go. Stamp. So we'll go with stamp first, and we're going to go stamp and treble, hop back, and then we're going to go out, in, up, down. So we're going to just try and speed it up a little bit here. Dum da 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 dum.
Okay.
Dum da 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 dum. 5, 6, 7, go. Dum da 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 dum bum. Dee da. That was excellent.
I'm really impressed because I've only been doing this for a few minutes and I can see how hard it is.
Yep.
How long does it normally take to be able to perform it, really?
It takes a couple of years, really, to master. There's two forms of Irish dancing. There's the heavy dancing, which is kind of typically more about, you know, rhythm and footwork, and light dancing, which is very much about high energy. So
what's the next move?
This is a really traditional move. This one's called a rock. This is one of my favourite moves. So first of all, Amy is going to go really, really high on her toes, and we're going to get little toe to little toe crossing over together, and you're going to move just the ankles up and down, but try not to move the body. 1, 2, 3, go, Amy. Rock, rock, rock. And again, 1, 2, 3, go. So see, we're keeping those knees nice and tight and using the ankles all the way down. So, Aliash, we're going to lift this one up first, and we're going to try and bring it from the back because you understand that you've got to get up and you've got to get little toe, touching little toe like this. Squeeze it in. So lift it up around the back and go. 1, 2, 3. Very nice. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful.
Do you know what? It actually does remind me a little bit of ballet and tap because of the rhythm.
Yeah.
The technique, we have a lot of technique in ballroom and Latin.
Similar with the posture and also with the turnout. So I have one more special move. This one is called the long click.
Long click.
Long click. So we've got Josh and Shannon going to come in and demonstrate the long click. Okay, ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. And step and push up. 1.
And a click as well.
Love the click. The boys do it and they get that nice little click of the heels, and it's really, really sharp. So the first step, stepping forward like this, and then lifting the left leg and really squeezing. So when we lift here, you've got to keep that back knee straight. Lift up the foot for me. Lift up the foot first. Hold on. See, now you're going to have to kick this out like this. Yeah, push those hips out. Come on. Okay, so let's try it together. Going to stretch up here like this. Okay, ready? And push up. Okay, yeah, and I'll be like, come on, get it higher. Lift. 2, 3, go. Push 1. Very good.
Get in.
Yeah, you got it.
Get in.
Well done. So, are you ready to put it all together?
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Oh. What a performance.
I've loved every single second of this. Thank you so much for teaching me. It's so hard. Guys, you've been amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. We love having you.
We're going to have a nap.
Be my new favourite thing, Ali Ash doing Irish dancing, just too cute. But the fun and games end here, people. It's time to get serious as we welcome our next Pro Challenge contender. It's Italy's finest export, Giovanni! Where have you been all my life? I haven't seen you for months, it feels. By the way, absolutely loved your dance in the results show at the weekend. Like, oh, beautiful work. Beautiful work. How have you been? Are you all right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, been busy doing the group numbers. I miss doing the show, you know.
I
It's
know
quite
you
weird
do.
for me, you know.
I know. Michelle, gone too soon, gone too soon. Let's talk about the Pro Challenge.
Yes.
You have had 2 wins on the Pro Challenge, of course. He's in the Guinness Book of Records.
2 times. 2 times.
2 times,
Yeah.
let's remember. Last year, just 7th. Not a great, yeah. Was it 7th on the leaderboard last year?
Okay.
Okay, yeah, all right. Sorry to bring that up. Let's not
talk
on
about that.
How are you feeling about this year's Pro Challenge, and how kind of competitive is it getting between the pros?
Well, you see, I'm not really competitive at all, you know.
Not at all, no.
I don't really mind winning one more time. But if I don't win, you know, I'm happy for somebody else to win. I mean, I think I did really well, to be honest. If the judges didn't give it to me, then it's a problem, because I think I did incredible.
I do love you. Shall we take a look and see how this special one got on? Here we go.
I'm very excited for this year Pro Challenge. I've set 2 records, now I want to break 1. Artem is a good friend of mine, but this is a competition, and I'm going to win this.
Hello, Giovanni.
Hello. Hello. Ciao.
And welcome, my darling, to this year's Pro Challenge. You've actually set 2 world records.
I have.
What are you hoping for?
Hoping to do again. Gonna be harder, because there are so many new kids, very fast. I'm getting old, so my legs are not fast anymore. But other than that, I'm gonna try my best.
Well, Giovanni, please take to the floor.
Thank you, darling.
Buona fortuna.
Grazie, darling.
Giovanni, good luck.
Thank you.
For the record, 3, 2, 1, go.
That's looking pretty neat, I've got to say.
Very good.
$15 seconds gone.
Looking good, Giovanni.
Vai, vai. Vai, vai, vai.
4, 3, 2, 1, time.
Wow, that was pretty intense. You were absolutely going for it.
Wow.
What did you think, Flavia?
Yeah, I mean, the start was really fast, really fast. So even though you had a bit of a fumble at the end, you never know. It was hard to keep that going, though.
Too much?
Yeah, too much, yeah.
You started way out front, but brilliant, brilliant.
Thank
Giovanni, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank
Pleasure.
you. I think I did a great job. Could have done better? Yes. At the end, I really lost my energy. But, you know, I got 2 records. Let's see if I get the 3rd one.
Honestly, you were going so fast, your legs were blurry.
Yes,
it's
so annoyed
unbelievable.
though. Why I stop at the end?
Oh, don't give yourself such a hard time. You haven't even found out you've done it. Looking at that though, not bad for an old boy, you know?
No, I'm getting old. I'm getting old.
He's 29, people.
Yeah.
29. Seriously. How exhausting was it? 30 seconds? I mean, because that's the thing, you went in very fast.
I think I started really well. It didn't look like me at all. But at the end, I was like, okay, I was too tired. You know, I give everything in the beginning, and then.
Oh, 30 seconds is a long time.
It's a long time.
It is a long time.
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk it?
It seems like easy, but then, you know, when you have to do it, just...
And the speed. And you didn't breathe. Let's look at the leaderboard. This is how things stand. Up the top, 2 ladies, Nancy and Luba, above 70. Not quite enough to beat Artem's record there. Can you beat those 2 girls?
Yes.
Yes, I know. Confidently. I love it. Well, after each of our professionals made their attempt, I love him, the footage was watched back by adjudicators in slow motion to verify every single step, make sure they were accurate. Let's start with the disqualifications. Do you think there were any?
A lot.
OK, how many are you guessing?
Like 15?
I can tell you. 3 photographers disqualified.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Yes, let's do this.
Hold tight, here we go.
I want to meet the
moment of
adjudicators
truth.
after.
Okay, I can reveal, Giovanni Panice, in 30 seconds, you completed...
Stop!
80 photographs! Not just putting you at the top of the leaderboard, you have broken Artem's record. It is not the end of the Pro Challenge yet.
We could stop here, though.
Should we stop?
We could stop here.
Can you stay on top, Giovanni? Who could beat you out of who's left?
I don't know. Kevin is fast as well.
Okay.
I mean, Graziano is good too. You know, he's
we
Sicilian
shall see.
as well.
That was pretty amazing, though.
Thank you.
Great work. Lovely to see you, darling. We missed you. Giovanni! That is all we have time for tonight. That's a big smile on his face now. Join me tomorrow at 6:30. I'll be talking with 2019's first Club 40 inductees, Karim and Amy. The fabulous Vicky Gill will be giving us a sneak peek of our couple semi-final outfits. And we find out how Amy fares in the Pro Challenge. Oh, nice. And back. And see you tomorrow at 7.